7 Senate Democrats just voted to keep funding Israel's genocide, regardless of what's happening in Lebanon and Gaza, and regardless of anything for that matter. The 7 are Blumenthal, Coons, Cortez Mastro, Fetterman, Gillibrand, Rosen, and Schumer. Here's the thing though, it's never just them. I remember working for members of Congress when they would get a call from the speaker or minority leader telling them whether or not they needed their vote at a particular time. See, to be in leadership, you have to be willing to take cover votes. And behind closed doors, members are told whether their votes are actually needed or not, so that a member's not tainted by it if they're in a competitive race. We can't know exactly how many supporters there are, but it's probably most of the party given their past votes. I also want you all to see the headwind that we're up against. And this is why we can't just fix things in the primaries and really need to use the threat of the couch in general elections. Here's a chart of pro-Israel lobbying since 1990. That's just when they started keeping track of it as a group. And this doesn't include most of the money because most of it's collected through bundling. We used to do this when I was with the realtors. You get your richest members to commit to donate to whoever they're told to donate to by the organization. So the real number might be 3 times as much, but it's hard to know. Now you can see on this chart there's a huge spike in 2020. So what happened then besides COVID? Bernie Sanders and the progressive movement. Bernie came so close in 2016 that they didn't want to take another chance in 2020. And then you also have the rise of the squad with AOC and Omar. And then from there you have October 7th and the rest is history. And in 2024, it peaked at $210 million. This is just barely below the defense industry. And the 2026 midterms are expected to be over $250 million. The Israel lobby is also spending more effectively in primaries. They know they can drop $5 million in a congressional primary and own it. It's insanely difficult to compete with. Just ask Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman. They're building on the success they had with those two and trying to take everyone out. And it's at the point where they're okay with losing the general. They hate Graham Plattner, for instance, even though he's creaming Susan Collins in all the polls, while Janet Mills is way behind and would assuredly lose. This is why we call it controlled opposition. We are dealing with a genocidal country that owns our government. We can't just compete in primaries and hope for the best. So if you're progressive and lose your primary, assuming you're not in a jungle primary like here in California, run again in the general as an independent. And even if you are in California, run as a write-in. If people give you a hard time, say that you'll get out when your opponent returns the foreign lobby blood money. This is the kind of hardball that we have to play. We don't need to cheat like they do, but we can't let up. And if we do that, people will see it and respect it. People follow courage.